Am I live? Hang on. Hang on. One second. What? Am I not? You're saying you made it in time, but I literally just started an hour late because I had to put two of my kids to bed. So, you're on time. I am late. Hang on. Let's do. I don't know what the deal is with the chat. Okay. We're going to do this. Sorry, I have to post stories to tell people I'm going live. Huh. Sticker. Link. Is that going to work? Oh well, we're going to find out. Okay. Straight to the story. Yeah, oops. Pick oops. But while you're here, we can talk about what I wanted to talk about before we get into gameplay, because I am going to play Elden Ring. I'm going to fight Godric. Burnt. I'm not going to lie, the music that TikTok just picked for my story is absolutely fire. Okay. Posted. Tropical. Cracking a tropical 7-Up. Alright, hang on. Sipping. Oh, that's terrible. Just kidding. Okay. So, wait, I gotta pull my chat up so that I don't lose it when I start playing the game. Hang on. Oh, hang on. Should I pretend to be British? Okay. I like to try different things. Dude, okay. We went on. This has nothing to do with the stream that I wanted to talk about. Hang on. This has nothing to do with it. So I went on with with my family. I'm going to find it and I'm going to show you. Went on a river cruise. I think it was this one, but it was a Christmas one. So it was the Rhine Christmas Market cruise. So we started in Basel, Switzerland. Same exact. This is the route. This is what I took. So Breisach, Strasbourg, Speyer, Rudesheim, Koblenz, Cologne, Kinderjik, Nordwijk, Amsterdam. So we went through all these places. And the boat has options. You can do like every day for lunch and dinner, they have constant menus where it's like if you want a burger and fries, you can have a burger and fries. But there were always regional dishes for each individual like city you were in along this trip. Always got it. And then when we would go into town, I would try to find like local food trucks. I feel like as a kid, I was not exploring enough. I wasn't doing enough to try and broaden my horizons. Sorry, it's 7-Up, it's kicking my ass. And so now, like, I basically just want to I want to travel the world. I want to eat all kinds of different foods, experience different cultures. So I'm trying to expand my horizons. So I like how I'm equating tropical 7-Up to a European river cruise. But anyway, you're going to get a preview of tomorrow's video, by the way. So let's just do this, because I was going to talk about it before I did it tomorrow. My nose must be stuffy or something. Okay. So I got a comment from a guy on one of my religion videos, one of the recent ones, where I was talking about the Gallup religious poll. Hang on. I'm trying to expand my palette. So it was this one where I talked about how the percentage of adults in the U.S. saying that religion is very important has dropped to 47%. So less than half of the country thinks that religion is very important, and 28% of the country, as of last year when they did this, said it's not very important at all. And then I looked through all the groups. Like, women saw a massive drop, probably because they see how the white Christian nationalism is affecting their rights. So you see it go from 2/3 of women to half saying it's important to them. I would venture to guess it's lower now. I mean, this factors in 2021, 2, 3, 4, right? I would bet you right now for 2026, it's probably lower. Youngest age group is by far the lowest. Like, 1/3 of 18 to 29-year-olds say religion is very important. That means 2/3 literally don't care. They just say it's like, kind of important, or it's not at all. The only group that didn't really drop is Republicans. It went from 66 to 64. But anyway, this guy, even the South is only 55%. Every other region is less. But this guy said that young kids, Gen Z, is having a revival, which I don't know if you're like in the church or whatever, but I remember growing up, they were always talking about, the Spirit's bringing a revival, da 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 da. I remember these things from when I was younger. It wasn't. But this guy said that there was a revival happening in Gen Z, which I'm like, that's weird, because literally, if you look at religious preferences, okay, so Protestant / non-denominational is 1/3, Catholics 18%, 11% is others, so like Judaism, Islam, Confucianism, Buddhism, Taoism, astrology, Zoroastrianism, whatever, right? They could be pagans. The biggest subcategory for Gen Z is none. He's like, oh, there's a revival. The biggest group of Gen Zers are atheists. And I'm like, what is he talking about? And, religious attendance is down. Like, if you look at how often they attend, okay, old people attend church often. The biggest subset, so every week, almost every week, once a month, seldom, and never. Never is 40% of Gen Z, and 21% is seldom. So 61% of Gen Z is like, they're basically not going to church. So I'm like, what is this dude talking about? But what it is they're generally talking about, one, they think there's a resurgence because of Charlie Kirk getting assassinated and Trump and the white Christian nationalism, all this stuff. But they're looking at this. So this is like a religious research thing. They want a revival on this page, but they're looking at Pew Research. And this is where I'm going to make the video on tomorrow, because this gets, I don't want to debate a bunch of people on religion on Instagram, but this is political. So from 95 to 02, people born from 03 to 07 are more likely to identify with religion, pray daily, and say religion is very important in their lives. They're much more likely to say they attend religious services. Now, it does go on to say that in '07 this happened again, because 85 to 89 were more religious than 77 to 84, but it evened out, and eventually the younger age group ended up less religious. I think this one you might be harder pressed to get these young people who have gone a little bit religious to come back off of it, because, okay, basically, lower IQ, essentially, this is a meta-analysis done 13 years ago of 63 different studies that basically says lower IQ means more likely to be religious. Like, that's just what it means. There's the R value. You are more likely to be religious if you have a lower IQ. It is what it is. NAEP scores. Okay, we've talked about this before. They're going up. They've been going up since the 70s. You see '02, '03 gets higher. These are sorted by average, so it's already, right, it's going up. So '02, '03, '05, '07, '09, 11, 13, all going up. It drops in 15 when we implement Common Core, go to Every Student Succeeds instead of No Child Left Behind. Like, there are a bunch of changes, so it drops for a year, but then it starts to pick back up in 2017. But the Orange Diddler gets into office in 2017, and he starts dismantling things. And so in 2019, you see a big drop off. And then COVID hits, and boom, we're through the floor. The worst test scores we've seen, in 30 years, basically. Well, if you read, okay, '03 to '07. When would someone born in '07 be in 8th grade? 2021, 2022. So, 8th grade is when this thing gets taken. Literally, these kids that they're saying are more religious are less educated. I don't want to say dumber. They're less educated because of the pandemic, because of whatever. So, and it's persisting. So they're dismantling education. You are simultaneously seeing that as they grew up, like 15, 16, 17, 2015 through 2020, you had like YouTube recommending people the Ben Shapiro, Jordan Peterson, eventually Charlie Kirk, like Joe Rogan, the Manosphere stuff. And then you get into Andrew Tate's, like Modern Times. So this is literally their playbook is reducing education, which critical thinking can be taught, right? And this is part of the video. Better critical thinkers are less likely to fall for propaganda, and they're more likely to pick things apart, right? And so again, they're using the religion to get them to hate gay people. They'll find a way to kind of victimize themselves into hating black people. Like I talk about that a lot, but so this is literally part of like Project 2025, and it started with Ronald Reagan and it was called something else, but he essentially had a Project 2025 that was 1,000 pages that said that it was basically their plan. And I'm going to find the quote, but educated proletariat. Yeah. So the advisor to Ronald Reagan when he was governor of California, and when he started basically making college more expensive on purpose, his advisor, Roger Freeman, said we are in danger of producing an educated proletariat. That's dynamite. We have to be selective on who we allow to go through higher education. So literally, this has been the conservative playbook. Basically, desegregation was 1964. This is in 1970. So this has been their playbook since desegregation is, okay, we're going to try and tank education, because if we can tank education, we can get young people to be more susceptible to propaganda, which makes them more susceptible to religion. They're less likely to get away from it. More religious people are less likely to question certain things because there are certain beliefs inherent to who they are. And, so Is there a revival? No, there's not a revival. There's no evidence for it, right? This is 2025 data. Even post Kirk getting blasted in the neck, I would venture to guess Gen Z is still going to be the least religious group in the country. The reason the youngest generation of Gen Z is more religious is because they are less well educated. And you have to consider that oftentimes they still live at home, and so they're still being influenced by their parents. For example, I was probably center right until third or fourth year of college, just because it's just what I was. It's just what my dad took me to my first voting thing for the first election I could vote in when I was 18 in 2012, and I voted for Mitt Romney because he told me to. And I'm just like, okay. And I'm like, why? He's like, oh, it's just a better choice. And I'm like, all right, I trust you. Like, but a lot of these kids are still kids. They're not even in college. So they're just echoing the beliefs of their parents, who are going to tend to be older, which means they're going to tend to be more religious, more conservative, especially if they're white. And that's something important to look at as well, is this is mostly white people, because look at black people. Went from 85% saying religion is very important down to 63%. So almost everyone down to below 2/3, because they're starting to put together with social media and being informed and different things like this. I mean, that's 01 to 05 right here. There's no social media. 21 to 25, all the social, like there's, you're putting together, okay, what religion did they use to justify the Atlantic slave trade and to pacify the slaves and to commit the atrocities against the natives, and what are they using religion to do right now in the US, and white nationalism, all this stuff, and fighting a war in the Middle East. So anyway, it's not going to be that long, but I'm going to focus on the Gen Z revival thing, but that's the line. It's all connected. Okay. Oh God, my nose. I just realized you guys can't hear Elden Ring. Hang on. There it is. Okay. We back. We in it. So that's what tomorrow's video is going to be on. And I'm going to do, I'll do, no shot, it just crashed. It fucking insta crashed. Bro. Oh my God. What the fuck? I hope it's going to be a good video. I hope it pops off. It's interesting because I can tell you're like the only person in here. It doesn't matter. So I don't get paid for like any of this stuff, because nobody wants to pay left-wing people to talk about leftist stuff. Like, I feel like if I was like, ooh, I'm going to be a right-winger now, somebody would like, some dark money group would pop out and be like, we'll pay you to, shit on leftists, or to tell everybody that gay people and black people are bad. I don't get paid by anybody. Like, I've done 2 paid posts, and it was like nothing. I do get paid on TikTok for, it's like the creator program. It's like if the video is a minute or longer, and they call them high quality videos, and it's based on engagement. So for example, like I did have one video that did like 1 million views and had good interactions, and it was like $1,000, right? That was good. That was good money. Most of the time, it's like $3 to $15 a day, which I'm making videos on the internet. Like, it's free money. But again, I don't do paid posts. I don't get paid to do these things. So like, I always hope that at least on TikTok, but I get throttled more on TikTok. I've done way better on Instagram in the last couple months. Yeah. Well, and that's you. So you'll see people do this all the time. Like people will, especially white people in general, like will jump onto social media and they'll just try to. Some of them are plants, right? Like they get paid before they ever do anything. They're being paid to fabricate stories or backgrounds and then attack black people, LGBT people, you know, democratic socialists, whatever, whoever's the enemy of the straight white evangelical, conservative group. And those people are getting paid. Like when it came out that all those people were being paid like $8,000+ a month from dark money groups, like, okay, if I wanted to sell out tomorrow, I could go reach out to one of those people and be like, hey, I want to sell out. And they would probably give me, because I have a leftist audience and like making me do a U-turn or whatever, because they think I built credibility, they would probably pay me like $5,000 to $10,000 a month just to like flip on my actual beliefs. And I think that's what a lot of those people do is they don't have any internal, they don't have consistent internal beliefs. They don't have an ideology that they're unwilling to compromise. They'll compromise whatever for a dollar. And so, it's much easier on that right side to make money. But again, I always hope that the baby crying, I always hope that the TikToks pop off, because I actually get paid for views on TikTok. I get nothing from Instagram. I've never gotten money from Instagram. I've had videos do over 1 million views on Instagram with pretty good engagement, like 15 to 25% engagement rate. Nothing. Again, because it's leftist content. So I even know people who have been paid just purely for views and interactions. Yeah, anti-leftist content, essentially. People have been paid for just views and interactions on Instagram. But I don't get it, because I think left-wing content is inherently kind of anti-capitalist. Okay. I'm like talking and trying to... Yeah, because the left-wing content is kind of inherently anti-capitalist, and Instagram's model is like built around ads and attention. Like the attention is cool, but it's controversial, and so I don't think they're going to pay you for controversial content. Whereas like right-wingers also aren't going to be paid. Like it's inherently more capitalist, so they might get paid. Oh God, it crashed again. Why? Yeah, so like a right-wing influencer is more likely to get paid. Just the nature of it. You have to reinstall TikTok so you can give me a view and a comment. No, so the platform itself is throttling me. So here's what TikTok does. Okay. I got the rapid growth. Right? It took me forever to get to like 3,000 followers on TikTok, and you don't get paid. You don't get in the creator program until you have 10,000 followers. It took me forever to get to 3,000. When I hit 3,000, it was like a rocket ship from 3 to 9, and then so slow to 10. But then from 10, it was like another rocket ship to 25. And from there, like, you start getting paid or whatever, but they give me the blow up, and like my most viewed videos are from my first month or two posting. But then you'll see they'll start to do this thing where they'll be like, you're outperforming this percentage of creators. Do you want to pay to promote your video? They do it on all my videos, because all my videos outperform the average video on the platform. I swear I rolled that. So my average video outperforms all the videos on the platform. So TikTok will be like, congratulations, you're outperforming. When I was under 10,000 followers, it was 90% of creators with similar follower counts. Now it says 80% of creators with similar follower counts, but every single time it asks me if I want to promote my videos, and it gives me deals every time. It's like, for $13, get 50,000 views. For this many dollars, get 100,000 views. So what they do is they kind of blow you up, and you get paid on those initial videos, right? I actually didn't get paid on the biggest video I ever made because it was made before I got into the creator program. But that would have been like over $2,000 for that video based on my CPM, which would have been nice because I have like student loans and shit. But the whole point is they get you addicted to the payouts or whatever, and they get you all fired up. Run 4 5. Okay. And then they try to get you to pay for promotions because they know, like, oh, they can get you addicted to the they know they can get you addicted to it and the feeling of it. And then it's just like, I thought I had staggered him, actually. That's a good run. That's a good run. But so they get you addicted to it. You know, you get all the notifications. Like when I open TikTok, I've almost always got 99 plus in the notifications tab. Like Instagram condenses it down. Because when I first... Not that I'm popular. I feel so weird talking about this because I'm not... Like, I've never been recognized in public. I'm not famous in any way. But... what they... Holy shit, I just completely lost my train of thought. What was I talking about? Run! I'm not gonna lie, I totally lost what I was talking about. No! 1, 2, 3, 4. Oh my gosh. Okay. Three, 4, 5. Yikes. What was I talking about? Oh. Wow. I'm completely... Can you tell I'm sleep deprived? Holy crap. I have no idea what I was talking about. You didn't know TikTok worked that way, or Instagram, or like the payouts? Because yeah, you make nothing on Instagram unless you're like selling things, or I assume doing brand friendly content, which I obviously do not do. Ah, got to strafe around him. You're late? So, okay, so you're late. I was late. The stream is supposed to start at 7. I need to just kick it back to 8 on Sundays. I never actually start at 7 because I have children and it just never works that way. We haven't even gotten to the problem of evil. We started by talking about the video I'm going to do tomorrow about the fake Gen Z religious revival and how it's actually a political ploy by the Republicans that's been going on since Ronald Reagan and desegregation, where they've been actively trying to destroy education so that people are more susceptible to propaganda, because IQ is malleable because of the Flynn effect, but also so is critical thinking, and it's more malleable with education. So if you look at the NAEP test scores, older Gen Z was part of the best testing group that we've ever had, and they are the least religious group in the US, but they're saying that according to Pew Research, the younger parts of Gen Z are more religious and they're testing worse because they were hitting 4th and 8th grade when our NAEP test scores started falling off, which was during Trump's first term, and then obviously COVID. So they're intentionally destroying public education because it makes people less critical thinkers, which makes them more susceptible to propaganda, as well as less likely to deconstruct from Christianity, like less likely to identify propaganda, less likely to question authority, things like that. So they're literally trying to create their perfect voter base. And so anyway, that was about the video for tomorrow. I literally have not even gotten, because I was an hour late. We've only been live for maybe 30 minutes. So I haven't gotten to the problem of evil. I literally apparently cannot talk and fight a boss at the same. Holy crap. I didn't even hit him. That was fucking terrible. You didn't know any of it? Yeah, it's kind of a weird, social media is kind of weird. And I'm not famous, I'm not social media famous, but I get, like, people on social media reach out to me for stuff, but even with, I mean, I've got like no subscribers on YouTube. I'm at like 368, I think I was. I've got like nobody on YouTube, but Instagram and TikTok combined, I'm creeping up around 90,000. And it's like I made enough from TikTok to help a little bit on like bills and stuff for 2 months, but like Instagram just doesn't pay you. So, Chris, I can start on the problem of evil because I have not even started on it yet. Wow. Okay, when I lock on, I can't do that one. And that's supposed to be the easy one for me. So, the problem of evil, because we're talking about religion, and all of this is in relation to a guy like commenting on one of my things about it. I had one guy tell me I was a castrated dog who believed life was meaningless, as if everyone who's... For all intents and purposes, for Abrahamic religions, currently existing religions, I am atheist. I'm agnostic because I'm not arrogant enough to believe that I know the origin of the universe. I think it's cyclical, right? Like, people think that the Big Bang was the beginning, but that's not even what that is. That's just saying that all the matter and energy and temperature, heat energy in the universe was at one point in an infinitely small, hot, dense point, and that's obviously why you get the explosion. We have the light and the radiation that we can track from it. But people talk about metaphysical nothing. It wasn't nothing colliding with nothing. They were saying everything that exists right now was in an infinitely small point, like a black hole. Like the center of a black hole is essentially infinitely small and infinitely dense. So same thing on a universal scale. And my personal opinion is that it's kind of cyclical, and it's like, but it happens over trillions, quadrillions, quintillions, sextillions of light years, right? We'll never see it. But so like I believe, and like with metacognition and stuff, I think about the way I think a lot and think about my thoughts and try to assess what I actually believe to be true. But because I think this is the only life I get and it's the only life that my kids get, I actually assign more meaning to it than if it was like, oh yeah, I live this life, but then there's another better one coming. You know what I mean? Like this is it. So I need to make it as good as possible for myself, for my children, for the people around me. Like I need to do as much good as I can, because if not, like this is the only chance we get, and I don't think there's anything more immoral than ruining someone's only shot at life. You know what I mean? So I've had people comment, things like that about me and religion. But then, I mean, one of my most viral posts, there's people still arguing on it. It's 4 months old and it's about religion. So I wanted to talk about the problem of evil in relation to Christianity, because that's the one I know. I was born in Oklahoma. I was raised, basically draw a line down the middle of the country. I've lived in North Dakota, South Dakota, Nebraska, Kansas, Oklahoma, Texas, Louisiana, Missouri, Iowa, like middle of the country is where I'm from. Bible Belt, all that shit. Raised Christian, went to church camp every summer, was in youth groups, was a youth group leader, went through this youth group leader training series with one of the churches that I went to. When I was in middle school, they would assign people different strengths based on this 1 or 2 week long training that we did. Some people got knowledge or courage, public speaking, empathy, connection. Like they assessed your skills. My number one was faith. Like I just knew it was true, right? And so I'm speaking from the perspective of Christianity. I'm going to give this an attempt. So it would apply kind of inherently to Islam and Judaism because it's the same God. Because, it's the Abrahamic God. But okay. Okay, I didn't know he could just... I watched a guy on a video, like, just strafe around behind him when he does that combo, and he just, like, sat behind him. Apparently that didn't work for me. But, and I did, when I, like, deconstruct it, because, I went through the Bible in bits throughout my entire childhood and, like, adolescence. For reference, I've never told any of you guys what I'm 32, recently 32, like, as in 3 weeks ago. 32. Old as fuck. So, raised Christian. I would say probably stopped being like, oh, this is absolutely the truth. And what, in my early 20s, stopped really attending at all in my mid 20s, as I was on my own as an adult. And then deconstruction probably started like 4 or 5 years ago, fully deconstructed 2 years ago, and haven't been, wasn't comfortable talking about it with like other people and my family and stuff like that who were religious. It's crazy what the guilt does to you when you're like raised in it from childhood. And I've technically been baptized like 2 or 3 times. Don't ask me why. But haven't been comfortable even talking about it until the last maybe year with, family and stuff. I'm running. Okay. Okay. This is not... I'm so bad at this. I don't know what. Literally, Margit was easier for me than this guy. The Tree Sentinel naked was easier for me than this guy. I don't know what the deal is. The Soldier of Godric, the guy in Castle Morn, the Bloodhound Blade guy. I don't know why I'm having such a hard time with this dude. But anyway, so I've read through the entire Bible multiple times in pieces. I've done essentially one chronological read through because I wanted to do it when I started my deconstruction. I wanted to do it in the timeline and the history it was supposed to be done in. And so I read a chronological Bible read through in the Bible app to go through it in the timeline it was supposed to be gone through. And it's so crazy because some of this stuff I hadn't read in years, and it was. So here's the problem of evil, and I can pull it up here in a minute, but it hinges on you believing that the God of the Bible, or whatever God you believe in, is benevolent, is all good, right? Anything they do is good. They're all good. They want the best for everyone. Like, they are the objective morality on good. We can get into how religion itself is subjective, even though, like, people will claim like the Bible is objective morality, but the Bible contradicts itself. And look how many offshoots of Christianity there are. Like, you can drive through my town, there's like Lutherans, Protestants, Catholics, Adventists, 7 Days, Latter-day Saints. Like, there's so many offshoots of Christianity, Orthodox. Like, it is inherently subjective, just like morality. Like, they bend the text to the morality of the time. When slavery was legal, they used the Bible to justify slavery and said, well, obviously slavery is the right thing to do. The Bible says, it teaches you how to keep your slaves and how to treat them, this, that, and the other. Now that we know as a society slavery is wrong, you have people like, well, obviously the Bible doesn't condone slavery, and they point to this, this, and this, and they're like, well, that verse is different for the time, whatever. So is inherently subjective, but people will claim objective morality from it, and then will also claim that the God of that Bible is all good, omnibenevolent, whatever. Nope. It's gonna be the one. I can feel it. This isn't gonna be the one. I'm gonna die. No. Leave me alone. 2, 3, 4, 5. Gotcha. Okay. Come this way. I don't like you up there. Stomp. Do the roll. Thank you. That was sketchy. Run. Run. Okay. We're good. We're chilling. We're not good at all. So, based on my interpretation of the Bible and my reading of it, I do not believe that the God of the Bible is all good. I do not believe he's benevolent. Like, if you take it as his word, right? There are times when there's literal condoning of slavery. There's condoning of genocide. There's condoning of infanticide, taking war brides and essentially raping them, forcing them into marriage. If you think about, was it David? I think it might have been David who committed adultery against his wives, which they were the victims of because they got cheated on. And the punishment for it was that those same women then got raped, and he had to be aware of it. It was by his son. So those women got cheated on, suffered, and then they were the ones who got punished. and it's treated like it's a punishment for him, and it's not. Like, that's not something a rational, a good being would do. And you think about Egypt, and it says God hardened Pharaoh's heart, and then so like he knew slash he made Pharaoh not release the Israelites, and then as punishment killed all the firstborn children. Those kids were innocent, right? Infants, babies, toddlers, 4, 5, 6 years old, 10 years old, didn't matter. Firstborn children killed. They had no part in the control of this stuff. Is that like, you know, you think about the flood, he knew if he's omniscient, he would know what things were going to happen, created people knowing they were going to happen, they happened, and then he genocided everyone on the planet for it anyway. Like, we can go on and on and on. The God of the Bible is not good, especially Old Testament, New Testament as well. We can get into how Revelation is not you know, benevolent, depending on, I guess I can't roll. What the fuck? But there are people who claim that God is all good, all knowing, all powerful, right? And this is like basic philosophy stuff. You take a philosophy 101 class in college, they're going to talk about this. Because they can't all three be true is the whole thing. But nope. Do the roll. Do it. Oh, not that. I don't like that one. No. But the point is, they can't all be true. Smack. 2. Stomp. Do the roll. Thank you. Sorry, I realize I stopped talking. I'm like trying to focus. Okay. Oh, shut up, dude. Golly. Oh, I'm out of stamina. Oh, no. Yes. Ooh, big smack. Ooh, big smack. Okay, we're good. Oh! Run away. I don't understand. No. No. Oh my god. Oh, I'm out of healing. Oh my god. No. No! Oh, I was so close. But anyway, back to the problem of evil. If you take it, so if you take it as the God of the Bible is all good, all powerful, all knowing, right? Omniscient, omnibenevolent, omnipowerful. They can't all be true because of the existence of like evils and things he could say but doesn't. Here's the thing. My entire interpretation and why I think the problem of evil is insurmountable is based on my reading of it. So I don't believe in the Christian God, right? I don't think it exists. I think it's entirely man-made. If he did, he's not worth worshiping. Thinking about making a video on that, I feel like it would be super controversial to say, where it's like, even if he did exist, would not be worth worshiping, because of the problem of evil. So the problem of evil is essentially, if God is all good, all powerful, and all knowing, how can evil exist? Because he would know of any evil that was going to occur. And if he knows of any evil that's going to occur and he doesn't stop it, then he's evil, because he could stop it. If he can't stop it, he's not all powerful, right? Oh, I lost my spot in my head. I lost where I was. People will argue about free will, right? They're like, oh, you have to have the ability to choose. Do you have to have the evil choice available to you in order to have free will? And if so, who made those rules? Because if he made those rules, then again, he's evil, right? Because he made the rules that in order for free will to exist, all choices have to be on the table, even evil. That's his rule. He made it, therefore all the evil is on him. Therefore he's evil, not worth worshiping. Like, he knew genocides would happen and slavery would happen, and all the suffering for all of the animals and humans throughout the history of the world, and the wars and different things like that, and went through with it anyway. So if you think about, okay, an analogy I've been thinking through is, and I'll try to come up with a better one, but if you walk by a cat, like a stray cat, or let's do a puppy, right, on the side of the road. Let's do a cat. Cat works better for this. You have lots of choices, right? Or let's do driving instead of walking. You drive by, well, we'll do walking. I'm like, okay. You're walking by a stray cat, side of the road, sidewalk, whatever. You have a few options, right? You can continue walking. That might be a neutral choice, right? The cat could be completely fine, could be used to living on its own. You leave it as it was. It doesn't become dependent on you, and then you don't come back later, and then it struggles to find food because it became dependent on you, yada, yada, yada. If it's an adult cat, it's probably been living on its own, as a stray cat for a while. It's probably fine. It's probably like a neutral choice, neutral to good, to leave it on its own. You could also offer it food, which could be a neutral to good choice, right? You feed the cat one time, it's probably not going to become dependent upon you. You give it food for now, it's just like a good thing to do. There's another option where you pick it up, take it to the vet, make sure it's, dewormed, got its shots, all this stuff, and then you release it back to be a stray cat again, which is probably like a good to neutral, like more good because you're helping it medically, but then you're letting it go back to its life. There's the option where you take it home with you to be your cat. Like, that's, again, good to neutral. Like, it doesn't have the same freedom, but it's going to live a cushy life. Does a cat have the cognition to be aware of, like, it's not enslaved, right? You're not asking them to do anything, but having to live in your house, not having that freedom anymore. But you're going to feed it. It's going to have a safe place to sleep. It's going to have clean water every day, which it may not have out in the wild. So there's a variety of choices you could make that are neutral to good. Why does the option to kick the cat have to exist? Why does that have to enter some people's brains? Why does that have to be a choice? Why? And this is where you get into, like, it's insurmountable, because there are people who will veer off the road to hit an animal with their car on purpose. I saw it happen in Oklahoma frequently. Okay? Especially with, like, deer. And half the time they'd cut the head off for a trophy and then leave the body. Right? So the point is, even as just a normal human, you can think of decisions that could be made where you have free will in a certain scenario to make essentially an infinite number of decisions that are neutral to good. Why do the evil decisions need to exist? And a person, a being that says, oh, they have to exist. Why? Because the rules you made? Because if you made those rules, you're evil, because that led to genocides, slavery, rapes, assaults, like, all these oppressions and evils inflicted upon the world. Why did they have to happen? The only, like, if you are all powerful, it's just because you said so, which, again, makes you evil. So it's like, I don't know. Oh, come swinging, dude. Yep, one more. Come on. Yep, there it is. Okay. Do the roll, please. Thank you. Do the roar. Do the roar. Okay, shut up. Let me behind him. Okay. Oh, damn it. Look how low he was. That was a good one. So anyway, here. Let me do this. Hopefully I don't crash Elden Ring by tabbing out. And when I get this pulled up, I'll tab out of Elden Ring so you guys can see. Because there's like there's a chart for this. It's also called the Epicurean paradox. Okay. Oh God, I don't want your newsletter. Okay. So, evil exists. Yes, it does. Objectively, it does. Right? Genocides, infanticide, rape, all this stuff. Right? Evil exists. Can God prevent it? No. Not all powerful? Yes. You remember Sam Harris talked about the problem of evil back in the days where he would debate? Yeah, because it's funny because I'll see people on TikTok do like tier lists about, the tier list of arguments against religion, and they'll put the Epicurean paradox or the problem of evil in like the B tier. I'm like, no, it's insurmountable if someone believes the Abrahamic God to be all good. I don't believe the Abrahamic God is all good. I don't believe he exists. If he existed, he's not all good. He's at best a jealous, narcissistic, manipulative, genocidal maniac. Just because he created us doesn't necessarily mean he deserves to be worth. Like, okay, if your parents give birth to you, but then they just emotionally or physically abuse you your entire life, do you have to respect them? Obviously no, right? But does God know about the evil? No, he's not all-knowing. So can he prevent it? Yes. Does he know about it? Yes. Does he want to prevent it? No, he's not all good, which, again, that's where you get stuck. Does he want to prevent it? Yes. Then why is there Satan? Which is funny because Satan kills less people than God in the Bible by like millions. We can talk about Job in a minute. That story's horrible. It's supposed to be like a feel-good story, the story of Job. It's terrible. We'll talk about it in a minute. Then why is there evil? Satan, an all-powerful, all-knowing God, could and would destroy Satan. Satan was one of his own angels. He cast him out, like whatever, to test us. If he's all-knowing, he would know what we're going to do before we were tested. Therefore, there is no need to test us because he would know the outcome. Like if he's omniscient, he already knows everything that is ever going to be. It is necessary for the universe to exist or for another reason. Could God have created a universe without these? No, then he's not all-powerful. Yes, then why didn't he? Again, revert to test us, free will. Could he created a universe with free will but without evil, which I discussed earlier with the cat situation? yes, then why didn't he? Like it loops back on itself. Like debates are a loop. When you debate with somebody, you essentially create a loop of they make a claim or whatever, and then it's just out like refuting the claim. Go no contact. We've been no contact. If you think you've been contact, you might be schizophrenic. There's also collective effervescence, which I know I just keep tabbing out. Hang on. I just closed Chrome. I'm going to open it up again so I can talk to you guys about collective effervescence. Sorry. I'm sure that whistle just like peeked out my mic. So, collective effervescence, like when people in religious groups, like during worship or praise or whatever, they say they feel something or feel a connection, feel a presence, all this stuff. This is collective effervescence, which can also occur at like a concert, like a rave, or like matching emotions, you know, talking about personal worries fading as you feel part of a group. I think I've talked about how, no, I haven't done my long form video. I need to post that. The biggest thing that religion or churches offer us to mitigate crime is the community aspect, which is not unique to religion. Self-determination of a state of a people, of a state of people. What do you mean? Is what self-determination of a state of people? But essentially, collective effervescence is like, yeah, feeling of energy and harmony when people are engaged in a shared purpose. Like, you can feel the collective effervescence that people say they feel in a religious service. You can feel that at a concert or a conference or a retreat with some other people. Like, people go and do ayahuasca in a tent with some people in like Utah or something. Like, it's, you know. I mistimed that and he just whiffed. Lucky me. Run. Okay. Do the roll. Do the roar. Okay. You don't have to do like the roar the whole time, buddy. No, I dodged that. I'm dead. I rolled. Whatever. Whatever. All right. A collective of people believing they have the right to determine their own goals. Fundamental premise behind why states exist in international relations, I think. So collective effervescence isn't about the right to determine anything. That's just the feeling. That's I'm just saying, like, when people claim, when their claim for God being real is that they feel it, especially in group settings, like worship settings, small groups, whatever, that is oftentimes just collective effervescence. It's not like it's something, again, you could experience at a concert. It's not exclusive to religion, was kind of my entire point. Now, you're getting into like the right of religions to exist, which I believe in complete equality and total freedom as long as it doesn't harm others. Like, if your religion and you practicing your religion directly causes harm to other people, I don't fuck with it. Like, I don't. And I don't, like, I respect everyone's right to practice their religion. That doesn't mean I respect the religion itself. Like, as I've, again, learned more about the Abrahamic religions in particular, like, I respect everybody's right to practice those religions. I don't think theocracies should exist, a la Israel, the theocracy we installed in Iran, the Christian nationalist theocracy that's trying to take over the U.S. right now, that's like currently in power. I don't think theocracies should exist because they inherently create like a two-tiered society where the people under that religion or who fit whatever mold that the religious people in power are trying to make, they are inherently elevated to a higher status and are more free and more equal. They're raised above everyone else. So I don't jive with that, and I don't respect the religions themselves, but I respect the rights of people to practice them without harming others, which I think is also the same idea with countries. Like, you know, respecting your right to be a country and determine what you're going to do with your land, resources, people, whatever, as long as you're not causing harm to those, you know, people, that land, those, like, whatever. Okay. It's like dog walking me right now. I completely mistimed that entire combo. Do the roll. Thank you. Do the roar. Nope. I'm out. See ya. One more. Swing it. Yep. Coming back. Okay, I'm not coming back. Do the roll. Oh my god, again? He almost tipped me. I'm out. Do the roll. Thank you. Do the roar. I gotta stop saying that. I'm like stimming. Okay. Second phase. Woosah. Bro, shut up. Get me up here. Get me up here. Nope. Do the roll. Thank you. No! I should have healed. I should have ran out and healed. I got greedy. Should have ran out and healed. But yeah, so like... Oh, Job. We were going to talk about Job. Because again, we're talking about whether the God of the Bible is worth worshiping as well, right? Because I don't think he is. I want you to think about the story of Job, where got the wife, got the kids, got the land, got the animals, like got everything, right? Great life. Super pious, right? And Satan basically tells God, like, he only worships you because you give him all this stuff. You know, let me test him and we'll see if he really, and again, an omniscient God would already know, yes, he he worships me because he really believes in me. I don't need to test him because I know what the outcome would be, right? So he lets Satan test him in the story, which is literally just ego. Like, yeah, go ahead and test him, see what happens. God already knows what's going to happen. He's letting Satan test him because it's like a pride thing. Like, yeah, see what happens. Do it. Do it. I already know what the outcome is. Do it. He loses land, animals, home, what, all this stuff, right? Here's the problem. That I could almost, whatever, excuse. He loses his children. His kids die as part of this test. I'm sorry, you kill or sanction the killing of my kids for an outcome that you already knew would happen as like a test for me? Go fuck yourself, right? Like, that's you. Like, I'm not gonna, who's gonna worship that? That's crazy. That's a psychopath. That is an egomaniac. Yes, it was very close. It was so close. I am 2, 3, run, jump. Okay, we're here, we're back, we're in it. Wind? Yep. See, I shouldn't even came in there because I knew what he was going to do. Do the roll. Thank you. 1, 2, 3. Oh, he hit me with that? I haven't been hit with that in forever. Oh my god. 2, stomp, do the roll. You son of a... I'm like through all my healing and I'm not even... Run. I'm dead. I knew, because when he extends that combo and I get knocked down... Yeah. Yes. I do think he's, like... When you add up what they've done... Yes. Like, you think about the number of people that they've each killed, or responsible for killing. Like, the flood itself is supposed to be the death of all humans, right? Like, you genocide the entire planet, in theory. He didn't, right? China was around at the time. Like, this, so this is the whole thing. The book places the creation of the earth and humans, like, at most 6,000 years ago. China existed then. We have record, like, there was no flood there. You know, that was obviously like ripped from Gilgamesh, but the morality of genociding people for doing things you already knew they were going to do before you ever created them, men, women, children, because there were infants, there were babies, there were young children, you know, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10 years old that he killed in that flood as punishment for the actions of their parents, grandparents, great-grandparents that they had no part in and that he knew was going to happen. And for that, he genocided all those children. Like, oh, yeah. Well, and that's, like, I'm not running for office, right? So, like, we can talk about that. It's insane. So it doesn't matter as much in other countries. In the U.S., you have to, it's weird. You almost have to be religious to run for office. It's very strange. People won't, they would rather you, and you've seen a lot of this like this Islamophobia with, like, you know, Zoran and Abdul El Said and all this stuff. Sorry, got distracted. Oh my god, shut up. That would be the craziest nut ever, bro. You're, like, losing your mind. Do the roll, please. No. I can't. I don't know how to dodge that one. Yeah, he's clearly not religious, but he can pretend to be, and that's so. We were talking about this earlier before you got here about, and I think I summarized it when you got in, but like lower education, lower IQ, less critical thinking being more associated with being more susceptible to propaganda. Also, there's a negative correlation with higher IQs and how religious someone is. So, like a smarter or more educated or more critical thinking person is less likely to be religious. So, it's like, again, he said it. He said it. He loves the poorly educated. That's who voted for him, is the poorly educated and racists. Like that's who got him in. But there are, and it was like research for a video. I found this. Americans as a whole are more likely to vote for a Muslim, a Jew, a Buddhist, someone who's Confucian, Taoist, whatever, some sort of religion. You're more likely to get voted in than an atheist. Even if the atheist, like, say they're a PhD, they've done all this research, they've done all these great things, Nobel Prize winner, this, that, and the other. They even said, I need to go find this study, this poll that they did, but they even said they would vote for a less qualified religious candidate for moral reasons, because they think they're more moral, because they haven't thought through the process. They think all atheists are like nihilists, or like just people who think that life doesn't matter, when really it's usually the opposite, because if you think there's only one shot, you're going to put more weight on that one opportunity. But yeah, it's very strange. Well, that's, again, that he does the worst religious pretending you've ever seen because he's dumb. I knew he was going to hit me with that. I didn't have enough room. He's really dumb. Like, he obviously is self-serving. When you think about like his first term and all the people who came out of his first term and basically said he can't read, they're like, he's illiterate. He has people like read him memos and stuff like that, or summarize. You know, all the people who talked about, like, the guy's dumber than a box of rocks. Like, everything he does is transparent. It's see-through. It's very obviously a con, because he's dumb and he's not a good actor. Come on. Yep, thank you. Do the roll. Okay. Big smack. Let's go. Let's go. Nope. Oh my god. Okay. No! Frick, man. Ripperoni. Yeah, but I mean, he pretends to be religious, but also you're getting into like religion being enabling for immoral actions, because you saw so many, you know, I see so many people who are like, they're like, I'll never understand how a nepo, like a trust fund nepo baby, pedophile, rapist, like scam artist, like he's banned from running children's charities. He's banned from running charities in the state of New York because he defrauded a children's charity before he ever ran for office, right? Like, this is very clearly a terrible person. And it's like, I'll never understand how he got the Southern evangelical vote. I do. Because religion in the South is built on racism. That's why it's so prevalent down there. That's why it's the biggest, the most religious geographical grouping in the U.S. is the South. Because they used it to justify the slavery and then to pacify the slaves by indoctrinating them, you know. Okay. Oh God, I'm dead. Yep. I cannot believe I lived that. Get me out of here. I want away from that wall. Okay. Just do the roll, please. Do the roll. Thank you. It's the craziest nut of his life. Oh my gosh. Please do the roll. You son of a... I hate you. Oh my God. Like, what? Fuck. Fuck. Yeah, but I mean, it's the same thing. They used religion in North and South America when the Spanish and the rest of the Europeans first got here, as justification for genociding the natives. Like, that's what we were talking earlier about, whether it's like objectively moral and how it's inherently subjective, and how people just bend it to fit whatever they... I don't have enough. I'm dead. I'm dead. Oh, I'm good. I'm good. We're chilling. We're great. Trump speaks like a phone scammer. It's really such a strange cadence. How did I missed every single one of those rolls. I mistimed every single one. Fuck. But yeah, I mean, so even think about Manifest Destiny, where it's like, oh, we have the right as the United States to conquer and take the rest of the United States from the natives, from the Spanish, from whoever. Yeah, it's... Well, again, we're talking about education and critical thinking and IQ being malleable, like with the Flynn effect and stuff. By not educating people, you make them more susceptible to people like him. Thank you. I mistimed that so bad. So bad. Okay. Two, three, four, five. Oh, yes. Big smack. Come on. Give me my stamina back. Oh my god. No! I thought I rolled and I swung again. God dang it. God. Alright. I mean, I'm gonna get him. I'm gonna get him tonight. I've got like another 35, 45 minutes. Oh, for those of you who didn't see, I think Taro's the only one who saw. I'm drinking Tropical 7-Up. Damn. Enhance your calm. Wu-Sa. This is the attempt. I shall win this. Yeah. So it just... I don't know. I get frustrated sometimes because it's all very obvious and out in the open. But that's kind of the point. Because they're not trying. Oh, fuck. I knew it. I knew he was going to hit me with that. I hate getting caught with that in a small... A probiotic soda. No, sir. Do the roll. Thank you. 1, 2, 3. No. Okay, I'm not stuck. I'm good. I'm good. Healing. Did you see that? Okay, I completely mistimed that. I thought I had that one. I thought I had it timed. Yeah. Well, I'm trying to obviously just not get hit, but whatever. So that I don't have to use all the potions, but I'm getting smacked even still in this first phase. I'm gonna... I'm gonna blame Ronald Reagan on that one. I think the ghosts of Ronald and Nancy Reagan ruined that run. Ooh, he hasn't done the jump open in a while. Running. Running. Yes, I did get absolutely wrecked. You are correct. Oh, run. roll. Run. Okay. Bro, with the scream. Okay. Okay, we're in a good spot. Okay, we're not in a good spot. Oh, God. No. I think that's it. Yeah, that's it. I don't have enough health. Wow. I thought that was it, man. I felt really good about that. I do get stuck on his side. I miss time, so I can see it, and I know when he's gonna do the thing. But my finger, my pinky, I miss time my dodge rolls so often. Okay, do the roll. Oh, I did not think I was going to get through that second one. Huck. Like, okay, so I know he's going to do done, done, and come back across. I still swing for some reason. I don't know. You got me. You got me, man. I don't know why I do it. Okay. Come on, dude. 1, 2, 3. Ooh. I like that. Do the roll. Thank you. 1, 2, 3. No, get me out. Okay, we're back in. Like there. Okay, I know he's gonna go 1, 2. I swung anyway. And because I'm putting all of my stats into boosting my stamina and my strength, I don't have a lot of health. So I have to not get hit, and I am getting hit. So close. I'm curious. I'm curious where you guys are seeing this. I'm wondering if there's a delay. Like, so there. I hit shift, I didn't roll. So I think it's because I'm not lifting my pinky. I don't know if there's a setting to just make the tap of the button. But I think I have to release the shift key to actually roll. Yeah, so I'm holding down shift. I just sprint, so I have to... Well, that's just backwards jumping. But I have to release the shift key to roll, and I think I'm just hitting in time, like I'm timing it right, but I'm not releasing, and so I'm getting hit because I'm not actually rolling. Yeah, like so that combo, there have been other runs where I can bink, roll, bink, roll, bink, roll, and he misses all those. I whiffed the first hit, and then I mistimed the first roll, and I just died. Like, you know. But anyway. Do the roll. Thank you. Okay. I'm going to get him to phase 2 this time. Let's see if I can win. Okay. I try to roll sometimes when I'm out of stamina. Yeah, a lot of times I'm just looking at him. I'm not really looking at my... How does that hit? What is that hitbox? That was crazy. All right. Yeah. Because, like, I'll panic roll and I'll run out of stamina, and then I'm just sitting there staring at him like... Oh. I was... You know what, though? This is the one. Because I've got... Yep, jump attack. 1, 2, 3. Yep, there's a double. 1 hit. Yep. 1 hit. 2 hit. Jump. Roll. 1, 2, 3. Oh, gosh. Oh, I knew that was going to happen. Ran out of stamina. Please do the roll. If he doesn't do the roll, I'm screwed right here. Okay, thank you. Oh. That was good avoiding that, though. I normally do not avoid that combo like that. Okay. Huh. 2. Early. I was early. I knew it was coming and I was early. Fuck. I feel like I'm now we're good. We're in a rhythm. We're getting into the second phase. I just gotta get him there and then keep him there. And then we're getting the timing. Oh, I gave myself vertigo. What the or whatever. I'm dizzy. Not vertigo. He's self-diagnosing WebMD. 1, 2, 3, run. I'm out. I'm dead. I'm not dead. We're good. We're very much alive. See, I shouldn't have swung there. I'm good. I can avoid that. I can heal. We're good. We're getting into the second phase. We're going to do it. Grab. Second one. Oh, okay. That was new. 3, 4, 5. God. What's going on here? Should we just keep talking about politics and religion? I don't know if I'm going to beat him. Ah, my nose. It's because my kid has a runny nose. They're not sleeping. What I wouldn't give for a solid, like, blacked out room and like 9 or 10 hours of just quality sleep. It'd change my life. Do the row. Got it in. 2, 3. Oh, God. Oh, God. One more. Yep. Thank you. Okay. We're good. This is a good run. We're chilling. Ooh, I didn't even get hit by the wind. Look at that. We are... I always get hit by the first one. Okay. We're good. We're good. We're good. He's half health. Yes. Big smack. Okay, heal. Good. Yes. 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 No, I got out. I got out. Oh my God. No! Oh, are you kidding me? Oh my God. Oh, that's a full surrender, Cobra. I don't know. Fuck. Oh, I felt so good about that one. Oh my God. I need literally he was one shot. I just needed to dodge the dragon one time. That was it. That was the run. Damn. Okay, that was the coolest. I was able to stay behind him that whole 5-hit combo. I think that's the play moving forward. I've been running away. I think that's free damage. I've been just sprinting away when he does that. I think that's free damage, and we're gonna do this. We're gonna do this right now. This I've come too close too many times. I forgot about the second shockwave. I'm getting too... I got too excited about the new tech, the new strat. I swung 4 times instead of 3. Okay, and there goes the new strat. Because I have to run away because I'm here. I hate when he does that one. Oh, do the roll, please. Alright, I was overconfident. It's okay. We're doing it. We're doing it. Sleep mode? No, sir. I mean, I wish, but no. Yeah, I need to use the potions. I need to use the potions. I know, I'm not very aware of my health. Roll. God. I hate that. Okay. That was these. So I went from having the best run I've had to having 2 terrible ones in a row. I need to, like, what do I need to do? I need to enhance. I need to enhance my calm. I need to woosah. Woosah. Oh, it feels good to close my eyes. Alright, we're back. 2-second power nap. We're in it. I have removed all the adenosine from my body. We're good. You guys know what adenosine is? You know what caffeine does? All right. See, I keep doing that. Do the roll, please. Thank you. Do the roll. It's because I'm not doing the Shrek thing. That's why he's not rolling for me. Oh, no. Okay. All right. Yes. Big smack. Let's go. Get in close. Ah, I'm so early on that, and I'm dead. I don't have enough vitality. I don't have enough health. Yeah. Oh, am I alive? Oh my god. What? What is happening? Oh, I'm out of healing. What the Oh my god. That was a weird one. That was good, but that was weird. I feel like that was... I should not have gotten as far as I got. That was very sloppy. Deep breaths. We're chilling. Okay, do the roll. Thank you. Good. 1, 2, 3. I'm running, I'm healing. Ooh, I got the bleed. Okay, his health is already low. This is good. 1, 2. Okay, good. Good. How am I mistiming that? I don't understand. So the dragon goes, and I swear I'm rolling as he's, Like if I can get through the dragon fucking grab, this is over. I just want it to be over. I just want it to be over. Fucker. I'm losing my sanity. I'm glad you guys are here so I can at least tell people I'm not talking to myself. Never mind. This is it. Just kidding. That was stupid. I tried. Thank you for doing the roll. 1, 2, 3. Run. Run, 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 run. Yeah, I got greedy. That was. I'm just ready to be done, man. I mistimed that. I knew. You like how I sighed because I knew he was going to tip me with that swing? Fuck. Man? What are we doing here? Okay. Okay. Oh gosh. Oh, I dodged that. Let's go. No. Yes. Oh my gosh. Oh my gosh. Do the roll, please. Thank you. Okay. Okay. He's got to be close to the bleed proc. He has to be close. Yep. Okay, let's go. Yep. That was weird. That was weird. He hasn't done, so every other time when I've staggered him and knocked him down, he's gotten up and done like a quick, and that time he did the wind fire thing. I was not ready for it. I was like healing and close. I don't know. One of these has got to be the one, right? Right? Thank you. Do the roll. Easy 3. Heal. Got it. Oh, in the back. Oh, let's go. I did not realize he was staggered. I thought that was the start of the next phase. I got the bleed proc? I know I had potions. I rolled the dragon. No, I rolled that. That's crazy. I was literally mid-roll animation. That dragon's hitbox is fucking nuts. What the? Okay. Okay. Come on. This is... I feel like I'm banging my head against the wall. Healing. Okay. Sometimes I can get behind him on that, and sometimes I can't. I don't know what the difference is. What determines it? Anybody else not want to go to work tomorrow? If I could just get paid to do nothing, that'd be great. Alright. We're good. Do the roll. You son of a... I mistimed it. Please do the roll. You son of a... Bro, I'm gonna lose it. I'm gonna lose my mind. Soiled it, soiled it, soiled it, soiled it. There's no way. I have to beat him before I end this. There's no way. I can't do 3 streams in a row trying to beat this dude. I know I didn't spend very long last stream fighting him, but there's no way I can do 3 straight streams trying to beat the first, like... Okay, how far behind him do I have to be, man? For me to get that? That's... I'm like strafing him. Maybe I need a side roll? Same? Same as in you don't want to spend 3 streams watching me fight this guy? So I don't actually watch him, but the memes I've seen say that Kai Cenat was the worst to watch because it would take him like hundreds of attempts. On each boss. Question is, am I worse? What the fuck? Than Kai? Oh, got the stagger? Okay. That's a great bleed. That's a great bleed. I feel good about this. That's a lot of damage. Let's go. Let's go. Is that it? No, that's not it. Okay, heal. Heal. Let's go! Oh my fuck. Slapping you in the face with my dick. That was extreme. I don't know why I said that. Let's calm down here. I just killed God. Rick. God Rick. Great runes. The great runes you receive by defeating shard bearers have lost their beneficial power. However, their power can be restored at divine towers throughout the lands between. See the description of each great rune to discover which divine tower you should visit. Okay. Sounds good. Okay. Same as in you don't want to go to work tomorrow and it'll probably be a slow day and you can just game and do minor tasks. Hey, you guys just saw me win. W's. W's. The stream's got to be on like a 30-second to a minute delay or something. Yeah. Fired up. Fired up. Fired up. And you know what we're doing? This. This. Just straight stamina and strength. Oh. Craven to the bone. Hello. I am very relieved by that. What are you selling? Silver pickled fowlfoot, ruin fragment, froll calling, festering, stormhawk, bandit, buckler. Oh, isn't one of these? I think with this I can like parry, right? Can you parry with a Kestis? Or am I tripping? Guard boost. What's the... Endure. Can you parry with it, though? Because if I can get to the point where I can one-hand... like this... Well, I guess I can already one-hand this mace. And it only weighs 1.5 pounds. I can't use the buckler. I know, yeah, buckler parry. I know you can parry with that, but I don't have the dexterity for it. It's 800 runes. I'm going to get it. If you can't parry with it, you can't parry with it. Okay. Let's see. Deputy Sean Grayson passed away in prison. You're going to think I'm crazy. Who is that? Hang on. I'm Googling this. Who is Deputy Sean Grayson? Oh, the one who murdered Sonia Massey. That's crazy. Sean Grayson. Oh, here. Let me do this. Former Sangamon County Sheriff's Deputy convicted of murdering Sonia Massey in her home in 2024. Died on Sunday. Him been battling stage 4 colon cancer, for which he was undergoing treatment. Was serving a 20-year sentence, which was to be followed by 2 years of supervised release. They rejected his medical release last year and ordered him to remain in prison despite the application citing advanced colon cancer. Wow. He gone. He out of there. And that's it. That's my opinion, is that's it. I think that's it. I don't think there's anything else. Okay. Let me... How do I... No, we don't say rip. We don't say rip for that. I mean, like, okay. You could argue, yeah, like we only get one life, like his one life is dead. Whatever. But like he murdered somebody who was sleeping. Like you're not gonna get any empathy, sympathy from me. Like, you died, you made your bed. And I don't believe in karma, otherwise all the, slave owners, slave masters, the wealthy oligarchs right now, the pedophiles, all that would be dead. But sometimes, occasionally, what goes around comes around. Fuck it did. What did it say? Behold Lord. Oh, rest in piss. Yeah, rest in pepperoni. Never minestrone. How did that guy die? Not the deputy, the guy who just died on the chair. How did he die to that? Do I go right or left? I'm going right. Rip for you is rest in piss. Any hidden doors? This feels like Dark Souls 3. There's got to be a hidden door in here somewhere. So funny. So funny. Everybody's trolling. So funny. Okay. Where are we at? What do we got? It's gotta be one. Am I just supposed to... Oh. That makes sense. But, that seems suspicious. That's a way out. This seems... I don't trust this item. Should I? Shabiri grape. Maiden, please take my grapes. Okay. Alright. Take my grapes, babe. Okay. Alright, where are we at? How do I parry? Man, I just want to know how to parry. Site of Grace. Let's go. Liurnia of the Lakes. There's a lady there. Interesting. Bro, my nose is getting stuffier by the second. Hayeta. Would I donate any Shabiri grapes? Sure. Oh, I got an emote. Let's go. Oh yeah, let me just go that way and jump off a bridge. Okay. It is 10:09 my time. So, here's what's gonna happen. Black screen is what's gonna happen. Holy sh! What is happening? Okay, cool. What? Okay. So, load. I think these people are all going to die in the next 10 to 20 years. And then every other group, we're going to continue following the regular switching pattern. I think by 2050, if you'll look at this, I think black people are going to drop below 40%, be about a third. I think most of these that are like down in the 30s and 40s already are going to be even lower, 20s and teens. I think the US will effectively be an atheist nation within the next 24 years as a response to how poorly this administration has done and the white Christian nationalism we've been dealing with. We talked about the problem of evil, whether or not God is worth worshiping, if he is real, which I do not believe he is. I mean, it's basically just you two who have been talking, so if you guys have any questions or if you have anything you want to talk about, I'll talk about it real quick, and then I'm going to get off and go to bed because my nose is stuffy because of my child, and I can feel that if I do not sleep, I'm going to be sick tomorrow, and I'm going to be pissed off about it. Because I don't want to be sick. So if you got anything, hit me with it. Hit me with your best shot. Why don't you hit me with your best shot? Also, I think I might start streaming on Twitch as well, on a multi-stream, just because I wasn't before because I was dropping frames, but now I've been plugging in an Ethernet cord and running it down the stairs. But optimistic, yes, but if you look at the rate, so this was a 20-year change. This was a 20-year change, essentially. And who was it? Somebody measured us as having like the largest or second largest OECD country decrease in religiosity over like the last decade of any country they've measured. I think because of how unpopular the current administration is, and you're going to see another boom, huge drop. If we get someone in office who like really, really rams education, I think this is the extinction burst, realistically. I think it'll be absolutely a minority. Like the number of people who say it's very important, which is what this is. It's already in a lot of categories. Like look at Dems, 60 down to 37, Independents 41, Republicans 64. Most of the people who voted for him are like old white people. They're gonna die, and this number is gonna go. It might take a while, but 2050 is still 24 years away. This is a 20-year change, so you give it another 20 years, and you see another chunk down. But yeah. So yes, I understand it seems optimistic. I think people who think religion is very important will be the minority by then. But sounds like a good idea. Oh, you're talking about the Twitch stream. I forget what I say, like right after I say it. It's ridiculous. Okay. I'm going to go to bed. Thanks for being here. Thanks for hanging out. Thanks for watching. What's my outro? I don't have one. Be good to each other. Love you. We'll see ya. I need like a button so that I can do that and then it just insta cuts off, because now it's not as smooth and now I gotta hit the